So I got into real estate almost 11 years ago now. I started at Coldwell Banker. They had these big Tuesday meetings and everybody would kind of get together and rah-rah, and they would compete against each other for who got the most listings, who sold the most properties. And I just remember feeling like, that's what I want to do. Just really felt like this was my calling. I mean, dealing with people all day for starters, and then kind of just being able to push yourself. Obviously working a 9 to 5, you're kind of capped at how much you can do, how much you can make, and I feel like with real estate, I mean, the opportunities are endless, and I've been able to find all different niches. It seems like whenever I get bored with something, a new niche will come up. I obviously started in Las Vegas during one of the hardest economic times that I've seen in my life, so I had to deal with a lot of short sales and REOs and learn that side of the market. Kind of come into a more stable market these days and just trying to navigate that and come up with new niches. I've been dabbling more in luxury real estate, which has been amazing. I had obviously been doing real estate for 10 plus years when I started the staging division, and it just seemed like a natural progression. I think I've always been a creative person by nature, and to me I felt like at some point real estate was just getting a little monotonous. I mean, you can only see the same empty house 5 times a day. It gets a little boring. So at that point, I kind of took a look at the brand that I was creating for myself. I think, when you first start real estate, you're just trying to sell houses and, trying to pay your bills. And then you get to a point where you realize that you've been developing this brand for yourself all along, and kind of you take a look at that and say, what is my brand and how can I build on that? Kind of decided to play off of the design aspect of it. And I purchased my initial staging inventory and started offering it as a service to my clients, which was mutually beneficial. It gave me the opportunity to be creative, and then it also gave my clients an edge. If they're listing a house on the market that's the exact same as the one next door, buyers walking through their house are going to have a different experience. One of the biggest questions that we have to ask ourselves is, what is our why? Why are we doing what we're doing? It wasn't until I had kids that I really found my why. Having my daughter right smack in the middle of building my career was definitely difficult, to say the least. It's hard to be a working mom, and I really felt like that was kind of a turning point for me. I really had to set guidelines and boundaries for myself. What time was I going to be home at night? How much did I want to continue to invest in my career? And kind of what was manageable. Obviously, I didn't want to burn myself out at 30. So kind of came up with a plan for myself, and I decided I wanted to continue working, but I also wanted to be a hands-on mom. And I've been able to make that happen, and I think that real estate is one of those careers that gives you the luxury of setting your own schedule. So yeah, I think my why for me has been to build up this career/empire that at some point I get to hand down to my kids. And if I can instill an entrepreneurship mentality in my kids, and if I can push them in that direction, obviously they're going to choose to do whatever they're going to do. But if I have a database of 10,000 past clients and prospective clients that I can hand over to my kids when I retire, to me that means I did something right, and I think that that's my why.